Hey guys, Dr. B here with Hearing and Balance Doctors. Today I'm going to go over the different form factors of the in-the-ear style hearing aids. So you can get custom hearing aids made specifically for your external ear anatomy. If you are going to be wearing hearing aids all day long, sometimes it's nice to have a custom product. We know there's different styles of hearing aids. These ones, they all go in the ear canal. The other common style of hearing aid is what goes behind your ear. And then there's that thin wire that comes down. I'm going to compare those at the end. But let's talk about these here. You know, depending on your hearing loss, the severity of hearing loss, the shape of your hearing loss. So do you have relative high frequency loss or low frequency loss? Or do you just have a flat hearing loss across the board? You know, those things come into consideration when you're talking about what form factor you're going to go with on a hearing aid. So these ones are all the in-the-ear style, and you can see there's different sizes. Why would you choose a big one versus a small one? Well, there's some really important considerations there. So before I go into that, let's talk about color. Most people choose a color that matches their skin. So these are beige color, which is pretty close to my skin. I think I have a little bit pinker skin, but this will do. If I was going to be wearing one of these all day long, I'd probably choose black. Black's my favorite color. I think it looks really good. Most earbuds are black. My earbuds are black. These things can be used as earbuds. So that's what I would choose there. The material is hypoallergenic acrylic. So it's a hard material. It's non-compressible. But it's very comfortable in your ear because it's made for your ear. It fits you like a glove, okay? And you can see the curve here in the ear canal portion. I've got a really curvy ear canal. So if I'm going to be wearing these for an extended period of time, it's really nice to account for that curve rather than trying to shove something that's straight or generic into my curvy ear canal. So 3 of these are Bluetooth enabled, which means you can control these things with a smartphone and an app because they have Bluetooth capability. The smallest one does not. It's one of the cons or things that you have to take away when you keep on going smaller and smaller and smaller. Smaller is going to be less visible, yes. So let's take a look at all of these. I'm going to put them in my ear. This is the largest battery operated in the ear style hearing aid. It's a full shell style. You can get a dual microphone setup on this, which means you could take advantage of a directional mode, which really helps you hear more clearly when there's background noise, like at a restaurant. When I'm wearing my hearing aids, I always tap into my directional mode when I'm at a restaurant because I don't care about all the background noise. So full shell, it's got a size 13 battery, so this is going to last longer than the smaller batteries. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so that is in my ear. Feels really good. Custom mold. Let's turn my head a little bit. So just so you can see it at different angles, I could wear this all day long. I do feel a little plugged up. I don't have a huge hearing loss, so this is, from an acoustic standpoint, this is too much material in my ear. It's just plugging me up too much. And I can say the same for all of these styles. So if you have near normal hearing sensitivity, especially in the low frequencies or the low pitches, these might not be the most appropriate style or form factor for your hearing loss. You want to hear as naturally as possible. So yeah, this is what the largest battery-operated in-the-ear style hearing aid looks like. It's large enough to have a button on it, so you can adjust the volume and the listening mode. You can control it with your cell phone. Good option there. The next size down, this one, it's called a half shell in-the-ear hearing aid, and it does use a slightly smaller battery. This is the most common size disposable battery. It's a 312 battery. Should last you about 5 days, depending on your hearing loss. But this still is a big enough hearing aid to accommodate a Bluetooth receiver, so you can control it with your phone through an app. And it is large enough to accommodate 2 microphones to take advantage of your directional mode. So from a practical standpoint, really good option here. It's big enough to have a button. Let's put it in my ear and see what it looks like. So that's the half shell right there. Feels great. Custom ear mold. Plugging me up too much because I have near normal hearing in the low frequencies. So you can see what it looks like from different angles. Okay. So this one will get out. So check it out. We have a rechargeable in-the-ear style hearing aid. From a practical standpoint, this is my favorite one. I love being able to just wake up in the morning, take it out of the charger, and I'm good to go. One charge here lasts like 30 hours, so it never dies on you during the day, even if you're streaming. This one can stream. Bluetooth, control it with your app. You got 2 microphones, take advantage of your directional listening mode. Large button, so if you need to just do a quick adjustment, it's so easy to just right hearing aid or left one. It can be programmed to do whatever you want, essentially. So let's get this guy in my ear. Okay, that's the rechargeable hearing aid. Depending on how large your ear canal is, the rechargeable hearing aid might stick out laterally from your head a little bit more than you want. If you have a medium to small-ish ear canal, then this rechargeable hearing aid is probably going to stick out laterally more than you'd like. And that's because the manufacturer needs a spot to put that rechargeable lithium-ion battery inside the hearing device. If your ear canal is not big enough, it's got to go somewhere. It's going to go in the concha, which is like the bottom part of the external ear. But like from a practical standpoint, this one is awesome. Again, I would choose black. That's my favorite color. And then we got the CIC, completely in the canal version. So this is the smallest one that can be made for my ear. It's custom made. You got that nice curve to it. It's got the retrieval antenna. That's super important so you can get it out of your ear without digging too hard. This one is so small where it can only have 1 microphone. And if it only has 1 microphone, you cannot use a directional listening mode. So not going to perform quite as well in a noisy type of situation like a restaurant compared to any of these other ones. This one also uses the smallest disposable battery on the market. It's a size 10. You know, depending on your hearing loss, it might last you 3 to 4 days. Sometimes a little bit longer. You open the battery door at nighttime so it doesn't constantly drain. You know, because as soon as you close the battery door, and the battery is in there, the hearing aid is on. So, on, off. Okay, let's see what this guy looks like. Again, only 1 microphone, and also no Bluetooth. So you cannot control this with your phone or your app. There's no way to control this. This is so small, there's no button on it. So I can't even push anything to control things with this. So if you're going to wear this type of hearing aid, you need to be able to have it tuned really well for your hearing loss and your listening preferences and your lifestyle. So make sure your audiologist is totally customizing this from a sound quality standpoint before you leave the room. Okay, in the ear. Let's see. So that is in my ear canal. It feels great. Again, it's plugging me up a little bit too much because I have near normal hearing in the low frequencies, and it's just a little bit too much material in my ear canal for me to hear as naturally as possible. So I'm going to turn my head a little bit so you can see at different angles what it looks like. So I'm going to use my retrieval antenna to get it out. So do you think this was discreet? You know, there's a common perception that the ones that go in your ear are the most discreet style of hearing aid, especially the smallest ones. What do you think? I turned my head a few different angles and you saw that. Let's just compare it to a different style that some people are resistant to wear. So the receiver in the canal style, it is a behind the ear style. This has gotten a lot more popular. They've gotten a lot smaller. This is the one I've been wearing recently. I totally customized it. I like red and black. That's what I'm doing here. So let's show you what it looks like in my ear. This is more appropriate for my hearing ability because the piece that goes inside my ear does not plug me up, doesn't take away any of my naturally good hearing. I am literally enhancing my hearing with this without touching my naturally good hearing. So let's do it. Let's put it in. What do we think? Okay, so that's in. It's red and black. It's not skin tone. It's not hair color. Can you see it from the front? What about if I turn my head a little bit? Just like that. I'll turn it even more. I don't know if that helps. But yeah, that's what the receiver in the canal style hearing aid looks like with bright colors, with short hair. And this feels really comfortable. Like there's barely anything in my ear canal. And I can wear this all day long. I do wear it all day long. I forget I'm wearing it after 10 seconds. I could shake my head. I could headbang. I could go to concerts. And this thing ain't going anywhere. It's rechargeable, so it's extremely water resistant. It's technically almost waterproof because there's no moving pieces. You know, there's no opening battery doors or anything. So this thing, you can submerge it under 1.5 meters of water for 30 minutes and it won't damage. I had so many patients step into the shower with these because they forgot they were wearing them because they were so comfortable. And none of them have damaged their hearing aids from that. So yeah, from a practical standpoint, depending on the type of hearing loss you have, the severity of hearing loss you have, the shape of your hearing loss, you might want to consider this style. But there may be other reasons to choose this style. The in-the-ear style, there's nothing over your ear. So if you wear glasses and a hat and you have a small head, so like the hat and the glasses are literally touching the top of your ear, then you could find it a little bit cumbersome to wear this style of hearing aid. But if you don't have an extremely small head and you wear glasses and a hat all the time, then this style is fine. I wear sunglasses all the time, and it's not a problem. So I hope you found this video really informative and that you got to see different angles of custom hearing aids fit for me compared to the receiver in the ear style hearing aid that I've tuned for my hearing loss, and I chose the right wire and the tip that works for me. Feel free to leave comments down below the video, like the video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, everybody, we so appreciate you watching the video today. If you've liked what you've seen, please like it, subscribe to our channel. It means the world to us, but it also means the world to other people who are trying to figure out what's going on with their hearing health. So thank you for watching.